fellow investigators, and welcome back to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I play the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Tom Rayleigh. Our scenario is Highway of Blood. It was written by Alex Galat and Ian Christensen, and it's from Critical Hit Publishing. It's available for download from DriveThruRPG. Our game master is Ian Christensen, and this is episode 4. So without any further delay, let's continue our journey into the darkness. Ian?
Okay, so Richard, you're still quite unconscious. Christopher and Dr. Quinn, you guys are in the sewer, kind of underneath the cell that you were being kept in here in the homestead. Now, if I recall correctly, you guys had already successfully made your Constitution saves or rolls, whatever you call them, to kind of force down the urge to vomit and just like freeze and tear at what you're actually traveling through. Yes, here we go.
You said it's about 2 feet deep.
Yep, the water itself is about 2 feet deep. There's a lot more to it than just water, though.
Right.
Yes.
Chris, we've got to find ourselves some sort of weapon. I'm all of my Sun Tzu is coming back into my head and thinking that we need to find weapons and we need to kill anything that moves that's not us.
I got a pocket knife. It's all I got in this cup.
No mercy.
What about under? There's nothing. Oh, I guess there's nothing in the sewer. Like looking around, we don't see like pipe and stuff like that.
What are you doing for light? You just have your little Zippo lighter, right?
Yeah, I'm going to try to be a little, I know how they work, so I'm going to be kind of, let it go for a while and try to put it out and light it again so that we're not, so we don't have it overheat and waste all its fuel.
Well, and even if not, it's a sewer. It's probably going to go in a straight line. We'll just keep going in a straight line until we see light wherever it's coming out.
It seems, yeah. Like looking around, you're in a pool of bile, blood, human waste. Occasionally, you see a human body part.
Yeah. Oh.
Plenty of floaters.
Should have ate that barbecue when I offered it to you, Dr. Quinn. You don't want anything now.
I don't know. I would just have stuff to throw up. Besides, you ate that barbecue. Who knows what that barbecue was? Have you considered?
Not really, no. Not at the time, but I'm trying to not consider it now.
Well, let's just keep moving.
Okay.
Is there any pipe, like overhead pipes or anything like that? That's what I was going to say as we're walking along. We're talking about weapons. Is there anything?
No, it's just like kind of like a dugout.
Okay.
Man-made, obviously. Kind of gully system, if you will.
Okay. Sure.
But yeah, so you start pushing forward, trying to make your way in the only direction you seem to be able to travel at the moment. Wading through this stuff. The ceiling is pretty low. Actually, you do have to kind of hunch over a little bit. I'm assuming you're both around 6 feet tall anyway.
I'm size 50, so.
Which is a little bit disconcerting because then that means you have to put your face closer to the water.
We're both size 50.
And of course, there's the risk of losing your balance. But yeah.
Well, how big is this tunnel? How wide?
How wide is it? About 4 feet, maybe 3 feet.
Oh, well, then we should be able to touch the sides. So
yeah.
There's...
Yeah, we can feel our way.
So you're making your way down a little bit, and I assume you're at the front with the light, Chris? Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
Okay. So you've traveled about 30 feet or so. You're not sure what, but a few feet back there, you had to kind of trudge through something that was really sticky and it was hard to move through. But you can see another opening ahead, like another drain coming down into the same tunnel. But I'm going to need Constitution checks again from both of you.
21. That's it's a hard, almost.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, I got
Very good.
40 out of 50. Yeah.
Okay. Yep, you're still both, keeping your lunch down, or your late dinner as it was for Chris.
Mm-hmm.
So there is another, tunnel, kind of, if you want to say, above you, going up, you assume, into another building, another drain. But then the tunnel also continues on the direction you were going. I should say tunnel. What did I call it? An entrance. Whatever.
How far would you say it is from where we came down?
Yeah, it's about 30, 40 feet.
I think that we're still inside the compound.
Oh yeah, probably.
We would just come right up in somebody else's.
You haven't gone very far at all. You'd be in the next room over.
Yeah.
The next building over.
No.
Like I said, about 30, 40 feet.
Is it another big grate above us, like the big heavy grate, or is it something else?
Let me just double check to make sure there's anything special.
And is there any light?
That too.
Currently, nope. There's no light at all. Yeah, it's another drain, but it's dark. It looks like you can see the drain, but you can see there must be something on top of it. If you actually 10 feet, yeah, you could easily hold the lighter up high and kind of get a look. It looks like there's a box sitting on top of this drain.
Box.
Yeah, like a wooden box.
I think that our safe. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was saying, what's our plan, Doctor? Are we wanting to get out of the compound and find our way back in, or are we trying to find our way farther away from where we were and pop up inside and see if we can find Richard?
Well, it seems to me that our highest priority is to get the hell out of here without being killed. I'm going to make the assumption that this empties out somewhere a little ways away from the compound, and or maybe at one end of the compound.
Give me listen rolls.
I think going up into one of these things is just going to drop us into a room full of insane cannibals. I'm sorry, what was I rolling?
Listen.
Oh, no, I don't hear anything.
Obviously. Sean?
You failed twice. I failed.
Sean,
also.
Did you roll? You failed also? Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Yes. Not cool.
Richard, you're beginning to regain consciousness again. Your brain is addled. Your senses are like kind of really confused. You don't know which way is up or anything right now. You do feel a sharp, throbbing pain in your back, somewhere between your shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear like music. It's way too loud at first, and then it kind of quietens down. You can kind of hear Pretty Woman playing on the song, Roy Orbison playing on a radio, it sounds like.
Mm-hmm. Classic.
And then you can just kind of hear a man with a little bit of a kind of humming along poorly and slightly out of tune in a soft country doctor voice that you might recognize.
I'm going to kind of look to the side, see what I see.
First thing you realize is that you're hanging above the ground, like feet down, but you're just hanging above the ground. Your feet aren't touching the floor, and you're swaying a little bit.
All right.
Probably because from your movements. There's a woman hanging beside you as well. She looks to be unconscious. You can see she has a meat hook stuck right through the thick flat skin on the back, and she's hanging from that. You can see she's covered in blood. Her kind of tattered clothing, her torn clothing that she's wearing. And you can see her legs are covered in bandages because they've been amputated from shortly below the hips.
Right. Ugh.
She's unconscious or dead. You're not sure which.
Right.
Looking across the room in the direction the music and sound is coming from, you can see the radio sitting on a table. you can see Dr. Brenner there with a he seems to be working something. He's like cranking his arm, and you can see sitting on the table beside him, you can see one of what you assume to be this woman's severed legs, and you can see where he's got a large, almost like a machete-sized knife there that is covered in blood, and you can see where strips of meat have been carved off of the leg, and he kind of turns, and you see him pick up a piece of it, and he puts it back into this sausage grinder that he keeps cranking, and you see it feeding out the other end.
Right. All right. So, are my hands tied?
No.
Okay. Well, even though I am probably in a lot of pain, seeing that definitely is probably kicking in a little bit of adrenaline and survival mode. So I'm going to try and reach up and see if I can grab the hook
chain?
or whatever it is above my head.
Okay. Yeah, you can definitely reach up and you can eventually kind of grab it and find it. It's a thick, heavy chain.
Mm-hmm.
It's like something you'd see in a slaughterhouse. Like they'd hang sides of beef off of and stuff, you know?
Right. So what my goal is to just try and pull, because I'm assuming the hook, even though I can't see it, is embedded up into my back. And so I'm going to try and lift myself up to try and get off of it.
Interesting. Okay. First thing I want you to do is give me a Constitution roll.
Hard.
Okay, cool. So you grimace through the pain of it. Give me a strength roll as well, please.
Oh, 0.6. That's an extreme.
You pull yourself up, and you can feel the pinch kind of release in your back as you pull yourself up off the hook. Impressive upper body strength, Richard, indeed. Because if I recall correctly, you're not a small man either.
I am not.
No. Now give me a stealth roll, please.
Oh. Well, at least it's higher than base. Yeah, that's too much luck to make that one. So that's a fail.
Okay, so the chain kind of rattles as you kind of let go a little bit. Your weight starts to drop. I assume you're going to drop down to your feet, so you're no longer hanging by your arm strength.
Yeah.
And the chain rattles as you do so, and the doc stops humming along to the radio, but the radio continues playing, you know, Roy Orbison's dulcet tones over, you know, very loudly, actually.
Yeah.
And he turns and kind of looks at you with a look of surprise on his face. And he pauses for a moment.
Mm-hmm. Now, is there any rocks or anything, something hard that's easily picked up off the ground around me?
Give me a luck roll.
Okay. Glad I didn't spend any luck. That's a pass.
You passed? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
What would it be? There's a bone saw lying on the ground next, kind of between you and the woman who's hanging there.
All right. I'm going to pick that up and charge the doc.
Okay. He will try. Let me see. I'm going to give him a roll here. In fact, I'll call this. Give me your luck roll. Let's just do that again.
Yes. Roll another one.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That was not luck. That was
Okay.
fail.
He pulls out another syringe pretty quickly from like a pouch that he has on his belt. Okay. What's your dexterity?
65.
Oh, I think you're definitely faster than old Dr. Brenner. Okay. So yeah, what are you going to do with this bone saw?
Swing it at his head.
Okay. Roll a brawl.
Regular.
Dr. Brenner. Yeah, he's a dex 45. So you got a regular success. He will just try to dodge. What's his dodge? It's not great either.
Come on. Right.
He fails his dodge. So so you whack him with a bone saw. What kind of damage would we give a bone saw?
Ooh. Oh, dang. I didn't bring my handbook.
Let's call it. I mean, it's pretty heavy, serrated blade. You hit him in the head. Let's just call it D6 plus your strength modifier.
Okay. Oh, 10.
10 points of damage?
Yeah. max on both
Okay.
dice.
Okay. Describe how you wound him and knock him unconscious.
Oh, I'm swinging, and my goal was in my head. I'm aiming for his eye, hit him right across the eyes.
Okay. You do.
So
It's a flash of blood. He elicits a slight scream, a quick scream that barely even, doesn't even hit the level of the music. And then he falls to the ground, kind of twitching and breathing heavily, and he seems to be maybe unconscious in shock or something.
right. Well, I'm pissed now, so I'm gonna stomp on his head because I don't want him coming up behind me.
All right, you kill him. No problem.
Yeah.
Just stomp his head.
Curb stomp him.
You're barefoot. So
Yeah. Well, am I lucky enough that his shoes fit?
you're basically wearing like a hospital smock type thing,
right.
almost, like.
Right. How big is he?
Hmm?
I'm assuming he's smaller than me, so his clothes aren't going to fit. But I'm wondering about his shoes. Or am I going?
That's a good question. How big is he? Sorry.
Yeah.
I've had the page open and I closed it. Let me see. How big are you, Doc? That's Seth. There's Doc. Size 65. He's average size, so yeah, his clothes would be a little bit small on you, but
hey, he's 20 sizes smaller than me. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, that's just gonna camp. So I'm gonna take his belt because that can always be useful, and search his pockets for a better weapon of some kind.
Yeah, you find he has 2 of those syringes in his pouch. Well, one is actually in his hand. Sorry, it falls to the ground, and one was in his pouch. Some kind of a clear liquid. These are like regular medical syringes, not the big cattle syringes that the boys used in the desert chase. But what else does he have in his pockets? He has a set of car keys and house keys. So a set of keys.
Okay.
He's got a wallet with $25 in it.
Yeah, I don't care about that. Yeah.
Got a driver's license that expired like 10 years ago.
Due process.
Got his address right there in Abattoir on it.
Yep, I'll take that. And yeah, I guess I'm looking for a weapon. There was a knife sitting there.
Let me see here. Right. Let me give you a more full description of the room. Sorry. I kind of did it pretty quick. Boom. Here we go. I just want to see which room are you in. Let me look at that map again. Slaughterhouse. There we go. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. It's the second room. Right. So you can see there's a translucent curtain of translucent plastic strips over by where there must be a door, you presume.
Okay.
Let me see here. There are, you're on a white tiled floor. In fact, the entire room, walls, floor, and ceiling is tiled. So it looks more kind of like a kitchen or an operating room. The table that Doc was standing at is a steel butcher's table covered with cutting implements. There's a roll of butcher paper, twine, a bucket of unidentifiable viscera. There's a lot of chunks of what you think is probably that woman's legs. You just see bones from the other leg there. He's already got a bunch of sausage meat already ground up, and he's still was in the process of grinding more when you woke up early from your nap. What else is there to see? So you were, there's also 3 long steel tables with drainage grooves running along the perimeter of each. One of which has a roughly human shape covered with a stained white sheet. The other 2 are empty, except for a few smears of blood.
Okay.
You can also see, so you were on one of the hooks. There was, and the other woman was on the, is still hanging from the other hook. Let me see here. She still hasn't moved or anything.
Yeah. I don't recognize her, do I?
There's a 2-foot square drain in the middle of the floor, half clogged with half rotted meat and rust.
Nice.
Sorry, you don't recognize her? No.
Okay.
You don't recognize her.
All right. Okay. Well, I'm going to.
You've got a whole collection of different cutting implements and butchery tools.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to take the machete-sized one. Make me feel good. Since I don't got my big gun anymore.
We'll just stat it straight up like a machete. I think that's fair.
Yep. And then I'm going to go over to the table where you said there was a human-sized there and pull it back and see if there's any recognizable features on that.
No. What you find is the remains of a human being who's been butchered like a pig. Specifically, here it was. The internal organs have all been removed. Folds of skin obscuring their faces are also removed. It looks like it was a male.
Okay.
You can still identify that much of it, but most of the meat is already gone. No arms, no legs.
Right. All right.
And a lot of the belly area, of course, is removed as well. Lots of meat in there.
Yeah, best part. All right. So, well, I'm going to, since there's no windows, I guess the door is my only choice.
So you go over to push through the...
I'm going to listen first, of course.
That curtain. Yeah. This is it. Here we go. So beyond the blue, or sorry, the kind of clear curtain, as it were, is a room clearly lit with a pale, cool light. It's only a few degrees above freezing. This looks to be some kind of a freezer. And there's another curtained door at the other end of that as well. And when you go to that one actually does have a door on the other side of it, which opens into another room. This was a steel door. And this opens into a room that's only about 8 feet deep. But how wide is the building? It extends for the full width of the building anyway. So looking at my map again, that is... I think it's terribly wide. There we go. That's the slaughter. Oh, it is actually. So what is that? That's about 30 feet wide, 8 by 30 feet.
Okay.
Along the western wall of it, there's a wooden bench. There's 4 gray metal lockers that look like they may have been scavenged from an old school. A strong metallic smell in the room mingled with sweat and cigarette smoke.
All right.
Yeah. And there's, of course, a door as well, pretty much across from where you came in.
All right. I'm going to move that way, but I'm going to try and quietly and kind of hug the wall. So hopefully if anyone comes in, I've got shadows at least.
Okay. Back to the sewer. Dr. Quinn, Christopher Baines, you decided to press on beyond. You didn't want to climb up
Correct.
To the thing, so you can push forward another 30 feet or so. Give me another Constitution roll each.
Oh, lost it on that one.
Yep, me too. That was
okay.
bad.
You both get to kind of like this comes to an end, and it's like a T junction. The corridor then goes right and left, a much wider, like more probably an 8-foot wide kind of corridor that's running basically east-west, if you will. You know. But you both are just kind of overcome with the claustrophobia of it, the disgustingness, the smell, the whole rankness of this place. So I think you need to make sanity rolls, please.
Okay.
You're having a violent fit of nausea.
Yeah, I just barely passed.
Okay, no sanity loss.
I got an 18. I'm good.
Okay, yep, no sanity loss for either one of you, but you just kind of have a brief violent wave of nausea hit you. Give me listen rolls again, please, because you definitely hear things.
Right.
That's a pass.
That time I passed.
It's just a pass for me.
Okay. You hear sound coming from both directions.
Uh-oh.
To your right, which let's just say would be west, you hear what sounds like a man preaching, very loud voice, preaching some kind of stuff. You can't make out the words. You could just make out a man's voice. It sounds like a very fire and brimstone-y kind of sermon anyway. From the left side, you hear the ending of Pretty Woman by Roy Orbison. Sounds like it must be playing on a radio and just echoing loudly down this tunnel. And it switches to what else? What would it play next? I don't know. It switches to a Beatles track. Actually, this is Dr. Brenner was listening to the oldies.
Okay.
Guess it wouldn't be oldies in the '70s, right? The classic rock.
The newies. Yeah.
Well, it's 10 years later. Classic rock, anyway.
Yeah.
Well, Chris, can we tell which direction the liquid is flowing?
Mm-hmm. That's a whole the light down lower.
Yes, towards the radio.
Towards the radio.
East.
Well, that's the way we want to go. We're trying to get out.
Yeah. Just offhand, what day of the week is this?
Muck Day.
Ooh, I'm trying to remember. We looked it up, wasn't it?
Wait, I probably wrote it down.
I think we did, but I can't remember now.
Yeah, I gotta find the.
I just want to know: is this a church service, or is this a guy practicing a sermon, or is this a
No, you hear other voices occasionally shout back, so it sounds like an actual service.
Well, they're occupied.
It's not Sunday. I can tell you that. I'm positive it's not Sunday.
Well, Dr. Quinn, it sounds like there's a bunch of them down that way, and you're flowing this way. This makes more sense.
Yeah. I don't know where the music's coming from. Somebody's listening to a radio. Obviously, these things open up into the buildings above.
Mm-hmm. Looks that way. But it might be a little hard for us to push up the thing. We had a heck of a time lifting it.
Well, maybe, but at least we're going downhill.
True.
My guess is there's not going to be anything that we have to go up. It's going to come out the side of something.
Okay. Well, let's keep going then.
All right. It's July 28th, 1975.
At least it's cooler down here in the sewer.
True.
Not much.
It was a Monday. Yeah, Monday.
Not as dry as up in the desert. But Monday, okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, it's definitely not dry.
They need better drainage.
Gross.
It's probably all clogged up with people.
Okay, so you guys are moving east then towards the radio sounds in the direction that the water seems to be kind of slowly meandering.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the lazy river. Okay.
Okay. As you make your way down, let me see how far you'll have to go. How many times? Yeah, you got to give me 2 more Constitution checks each along the way.
Okay.
Before you come to the next chain.
Pass and pass.
Okay.
That's first one is a fail. Second one is a fail. So
give me a sanity roll on the first fail.
Pass. That's 10.
Okay, no sanity loss. Give me a sanity roll on the second fail.
That's a 41. That's a pass as well.
Okay, so every 30 feet or so, you have to stop while Christopher gets violently sick, and just adds to the horrible shit that you're crawling through.
I'll try to do it off to the side so I don't make a mess.
All that barbecue, you've puked it all back up.
Okay.
That's why.
It's probably a dog or something.
Oh, come on. It's people.
You reach a bit of an intersection where there's another drain coming from the right, and the main one seems to continue kind of flowing straight ahead east.
All right. I think we're going to continue going with the flow.
And at this point, where the drain is coming from to the right, you can hear the music loudly playing now. That's where the radio is. You continue heading east?
Yep.
Okay.
Is that okay with you, Chris? Is that our plan?
You're muted.
You're muted.
You're muted.
Yep, sorry. We're flowing. If we're going downhill, that's an offshoot. We don't know where that heads.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yep, you keep going. Okay. Richard, back to you. So now you've got yourself armed with the machete, like, I don't know what that's called, but you know, the big knives for, like, they use them for butchering large animals and stuff.
Yeah.
What's your plan? Do you want to just try the front door?
Yeah, if that's the only door.
Give me an idea roll.
Regular.
Don't forget, there's another woman in there also in the slaughtering room.
She is.
She might still be alive.
She might, but I got to find my way out of here. I've got a harpoon wound, a huge hook in my back, and she has no legs. So,
yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, I really did think about taking her. I was like, man, I just could not just feasibly figure out how I could.
Yeah, but she might know something.
It's true.
Have some information.
Yeah. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna check that door though.
Okay, so you're gonna check the door. The door is currently unlocked.
Yep. Is there a window in it that you can kind of peek out?
Actually, good question. The front door of the slaughterhouse is right here. So it's a windowless building. Single steel door, traditional knob, sturdy-looking hasp, padlock below it. No, does not have a window where you can look out.
Dang. Yeah, I'll put my head to it and listen.
Okay. Judging from your position there, give me a listen roll.
Okay.
Best way to resolve this?
Nope.
No. You don't hear anything.
Okay.
It's quiet.
All right. All right. Well.
And again, it is a steel door. So.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm gonna crack it just a bit.
Okay. Let me see here. What is your luck, by the way?
59.
Okay. So you look out. Straight ahead, you can see a church. You're looking at it from the side, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
It's an impressive adobe church. Has a big square bell tower with a low-pitched roof, rising high above the ornately carved wooden double doors in the front. Can you see the front doors? Yeah, you can, actually, from where you are. Just barely, because it's a little bit to your right in there, you know. You can hear voices shouting within the church. It sounds like one voice raised up quite high and then other voices occasionally shouting back. Sounds like there's a sermon going on or something almost right now.
Okay. Any vehicles?
Let me see here. Yes, to the left. Okay, there's a big courtyard, like compound area, right?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, to your immediate left, it looks like there is a big garage type building. But also in the courtyard, you can see a few motorcycles and a couple of other beat up duster kind of cars.
Right.
And also in the compound section, you would see a statue, which is like right in the center of the courtyard area. It looks like a life-size statue of a woman standing on top of a 3-foot high stone plinth, making the entire thing almost as tall as the outer wall of this adobe fort compound that you're in. Yeah, it looks like a woman, you can say by the curves of the body, dressed in a robe with hands held out. Oh, no, actually towards the church, so you can see her face and everything. Sorry. Yeah, definitely. Looks like a woman dressed in a robe, hands held out towards the church as if in blessing. You don't see any movement around the cars, like there's nobody in the cars or guarding the cars, it doesn't seem.
Okay.
What else can you see from this location? It's always an interesting question. Okay. To your right, kind of well, to your immediate right of the building you're in, there is another large building which has the big, what do you call that, windmill kind of thing rising up out of it, the wind turbine, whatever. It's a windmill, yeah. There's a couple of other smaller buildings in between that building and the church. Looks like there's more buildings beyond those, but it's kind of hard to tell. It's not very well lit. A lot of this compound is pretty dark. You see they have like tiki torch kind of things burning in kind of major intersections, if you want to call it that.
Right.
But straight across, you would also see there is a long building along the opposite wall on the other side of the church. It goes all the way from the front wall, which, by the way, has a large wooden kind of gate and gatehouse, or wooden double door, like type gate and gatehouse there.
Yeah.
The building across the way, though, on the other side of the church is long. You figure that's probably some kind of a housing building or something along those lines.
All right. All right. So we got vehicles. I think this is going to be my one shot to get her and me out of here. So I'm going to move as quickly as I can because it doesn't seem like there was anyone in this building. I'm going to sprint back to where she was.
Yep. Where the doc's dead on the floor.
Yep. And try and lift her up off the hook.
And she kind of like jerks and starts to try to weakly struggle against you. She says, "No, just leave me alone. No more. Please, no more cuts."
Yep. Shut the fuck up. We're getting out of here.
What? Who are you?
I'm FBI. I know I'm not dressed like it, but
Did you see my boy? Did you see my boy?
I did not.
They said they were going to take him to the caves.
I haven't been to the caves yet. So I can't say. All I gotta say, if he's in the caves, hopefully he's in better shape than we are.
Where's the rest of your team? There must be loads of you.
Yeah.
We have a small army here.
Yeah, that's why we're going to be quiet. We're going to get out of here, and then we're going to get a team.
Okay. You're going to lift her up off the thing?
Yep.
Okay. It's easier to do since you're not having to lift yourself with your own just upper body strength. You're able to get her to position and pull her up off of it. And she moans in pain.
Yeah.
And as you kind of bring her down, you notice like fresh blood starts seeping through the bandages on her legs.
Okay. That can't be helped, unfortunately. I'm gonna kind of, she doesn't have legs, so fireman's carry's not probably feasible, but some way, just kind of
get her arm up over you and just kind of
and start moving. And I want to keep her
carry her like a bag of rice.
Yeah, I want to keep her distracted, so I'm going to talk to her as like, what's your name?
Mary Ellen.
Mary Ellen. How long you been here? It's July.
I don't know. It's all a blur.
What are you doing?
Days.
What are you doing in this part of Texas?
Well, we live in Abilene, but we were just out. We got lost. Stopped and asked for directions.
And when you say we, how many?
It was just me and Robert and Jimmy.
And Jimmy.
They killed Robert when they took us.
I'm sorry.
They took me to a room, a red house. But they said that they said I was too old, that I was damaged goods.
Yeah, they said about the same thing about me. Sometimes it's good to be mature.
There's another girl there.
There's
a young one, scared.
And
they said she was for the breeding house.
Well, we're gonna make sure that doesn't happen, right, Mary?
My legs are gone. I can't do anything.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can make it. That's what matters. That's the way you spit in their eyes. You make it.
You got to leave me here and go save Jimmy.
We're going to get you out of here, and we're going to get some people here to get Jimmy. I can't get him either. I've got a hole in my back, hole in my arm. I'm running on adrenaline right now, Mary, but we're going to make it.
Okay.
Once I get over there, I'm going to peek out that door again.
Okay. See here. Why don't you roll your luck for me, please?
Okay. Pass.
Pass? Okay.
Yep.
It still looks the same.
All right. Going for the closest vehicle.
Okay. It's another dodge dart.
Okay. All right. Classic. Is it unlocked?
No.
No. Okay. Well, then the keys wouldn't be in it.
Wait a minute. No, it's unlocked. Fuck that. Why would they lock the door out here? It doesn't make sense. I don't want somebody to steal my radio.
That's right. They removed
my 8-track player.
It's awesome. Yeah. So I'm gonna put her, ease her into ease her into the car. I'll do the classic horror movie trope and check the visor.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
All right. Well, then I'm going to see if I can hotwire it.
Okay. Do you have mechanical repair?
I do have some, 25%.
Do you have another skill you think that might apply better? Might work better? Criminology, maybe?
No, I don't have that. I got law at 55, but I wouldn't read that as that.
Okay.
So no, I think that's probably the best. Yeah.
Give me a mechanical.
All right, don't fail me now, dice. 0-1.
Wow.
I know.
You're like, holy shit.
Yeah, the Call of Cthulhu starter dice is not failed me.
you pull the Arnold Schwarzenegger style, just pull the console off and twist the wires together, and the car fires right up.
Hope this isn't one of those locking steering wheels, or we're just going straight.
Give me a spot hidden roll.
Okay. And then now they fail me. Fail.
Okay, cool.
Okay. All right. Well, we got it. Got the motor running. Let's go. Maybe knocking their bikes over as we go by.
Okay. Where are you going?
I'm going to kind of creep it along, and I'm looking for because he says he's got walls. They've got to have some way to get these cars out of here.
Yeah. Well, you're in the courtyard. Like I said, there is the gate, whatever, at the front.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a big double gate held by large hinges made from old car axles.
Weird.
Several sturdy bolts seem to be securing the door closed.
Okay. Is it a metal or wooden
there's
gate?
A few peepholes in the doors. And you don't have to make this about hidden roll since you're not looking right at the gate as you're moving along, knocking over these bikes. You see a man standing there with a rifle looking at you with a look of confusion on his face. Let me see if he spots you. He sees you and he starts to raise up his rifle to shoot.
I floor it.
Okay. Straight towards him?
Yep.
He's right in front of the doors.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. The gates are fully due. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Got it. So you slam right up into him and the doors. So the build on this car, I think, is 5. Look at my Dust Billy car stat real quick here. Here it is. Dust Billy car stat. Yeah, build 5. So roll 5. What was it? 5d6? No, 5d10. Sorry, 5d10 damage.
5d10. Okay, I'll just roll those twice.
This will be for him and the door.
19, 21, plus another 10's 31.
31. So you smear him. before the rifle even goes off.
Good.
You slam into the door, doing 3 points of build damage to both the door and to your car.
Yeah.
And the door holds.
Okay. I'm gonna get out and grab his rifle. First thing.
Okay. You get out, you grab up his rifle.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Okay, yeah, no problem. What are you gonna do next then?
Okay. Damn.
It's like a 30-06 type,
Right. Yeah.
basic
I'm
rifle.
good. I'm a good shot with the rifle. All right, so I'm gonna look for a way that.
Oh yeah, that's one of your favorites from the pipeline. I forgot.
That's right. Yeah. Only 10 shots, right? So I'm gonna look. Is there a lever to open up, or is it a manually open door? And I assume it's gonna swing in.
Oh, actually, yeah. Let's see here. The doors are. There was a thing on here about it. Yeah, they're oiled and balanced enough to open easily at a push or pull if not locked. Oh yeah, but they are locked. So yeah, it's just 3 like big bar things you got to move.
Okay.
You start doing that.
Yep.
Okay. Smoke's kind of coming out of the from under the hood of the dart. You smashed up the front end pretty good. You think you fucked up the radiator. Maybe it's not smoke, it's steam.
Right. Yeah.
But, so it's going to take you basically a round to move each of these bolts. So 3 rounds will pass. Okay. As you're doing so, give me a listen roll as well.
Nope.
Okay. So you pull back the 3rd bolt, and you manage to push the doors open. Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And you turn around, and you see about 24 men rushing across the courtyard past the statue of the woman towards the direction of where your car is sitting there, still running, still steaming.
Right.
Yeah, they're all coming running from the church. Give me a spot hidden roll.
Come on, nice. Yes, regular.
Regular success. Okay, where's my folder? You catch a glimpse of a man at the back, and he's pointing in your direction and saying something, obviously directing them to come at you, right? See this man.
Oh, yeah, he looks
and he
awesome.
Stands out from the rest of Dust Billies because he's got hair.
Oh, yeah, good point.
It's like Gary Busey.
So he is insane.
So what do you do anyway? I'll stop.
I'm going to hop in the car and punch it. I'm going to drive it until this thing gives out.
Okay. So you jump in and you punch it.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Yeah, it'll burn up after a bit, but get some distance.
Okay, let me jump back to Dr. Quinn and Christopher Baines. And you do have just enough time to get in and hit the gas before they reach you, and some of them start scrambling for the other cars. Obviously they're cursing your name as you drive off into the night, leaving their dead guards, gatesmen, smeared on the ground in front of the door. Probably drive over him and a little added insult on your way out.
Bump, bump.
But we can get back to Christopher and Dr. Quinn.
Slosh.
So,
slosh.
Making your way down the gully. How far is it? Yes, here we go. Okay.
Every 30 feet.
Give me two more Constitution rolls, please. Each of you.
That's a pass. That's
okay,
not.
Good. Pass first one, failed second one. You're still muted, Tom.
Or he lost his voice.
All right. First one I failed. The second one I got an 0-2.
Okay. So give me a sanity roll for the failure, Dr. Quinn. So this time, Dr. Quinn has to stop to...
I pass.
Okay.
My sanity.
To vomit. And then as you start to move forward, you can see there's like an opening ahead.
There we go.
You can see like a strange kind of almost twilight, it seems.
Does it look like it's opening to the outside?
Yes, you would say so, and the air seems to be getting lighter. But you also see something else. You see a dark shape kind of leer up a little bit and run off out of the opening that you see. Give me spot hidden rolls.
Do I have to roll sanity for my second failure though?
Oh yes. Let's do that first. Yeah, go ahead. Give me.
Sorry.
Got an 11.
I'll use 1 point of luck to make that a pass.
Okay. So, you can't use luck on sanity rolls.
Oh,
so you failed?
I failed anyways. Yeah, I failed.
Okay,
Yeah, I did
perfect.
fail. Yeah.
So then,
Sorry.
as you're making your way towards this opening, Christopher then, obviously affected from watching you vomit, Dr. Quinn, he stops again. He's kind of dry heaving though now because he's already puked so much that he doesn't have much left. So he's like raw heaving, right? Oh my God. You're going to lose. Roll D10 for me. You lose 6 points of sanity.
That's a 1.
A 1?
Mm-hmm. 6 points. Ooh.
Which one is this? This is the one. Amnesia. You have forgotten everything. You have no memory of anything since the last time you felt you were in a place of safety. What was the last time you felt in a place of safety? Probably in your car, yeah?
Probably in the car. Yeah, I would think so.
You can't remember anything since you got to Abattoir.
What the?
Pretty much.
I know Dr. Quinn because he was in the car with me. I'm like, what? Where the hell are we? Just.
Chris, calm down. Calm down.
As he's doing that, Dr. Quinn, you see that figure. You actually both will see that figure rise up. Did anybody pass that spot hidden roll?
Oh. Yes.
Oh, spot hidden?
This figure. Yeah, as he's kind of finished dry heaving and he's obviously suffering from some kind of amnesia, this figure rises up ahead of you in the tunnel near the exit from your perspective, and dashes out through that opening. Did anybody pass that spot hidden roll? No?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Yep.
Yeah? Okay, cool. Looked like a child, but with like really matted, messy hair. Didn't seem to be wearing any shoes or anything either. But they ran out.
All right. Can we push on towards the end?
3.
Chris, what's wrong?
What are we doing in here? This is disgusting. What? I have no idea.
We're trying to escape.
I'm probably going to be panicking and running to the exit.
No, I'm going to grab you. You do you not know where you are?
I don't. We were in the car. We were driving down the highway. The music was playing. The wind was blowing. It was just.
All right. I'm a doctor. You are suffering some severe trauma. Just trust me. We are in an extremely dangerous situation. Do you remember coming to Abattoir?
And as he's saying this, it starts to come back to you because it was only about a minute and a half that the amnesia would last.
Okay. I don't know what.
It's okay. It's just trauma. This whole situation is nightmarish.
You really do want to get the fuck out of this suit.
Yeah.
I want out of this.
Let's move forward to the end of the tunnel. Did you see?
What was that? It was
like a feral child,
like a wild kid or something.
Oh my God! I don't know what these people are doing here. We got to get help. We got to get the army out here to just wipe these people
go out
off the.
To this exit to see where it exits to. It's just like a drain pipe leading off into a gully, right? It's pretty gross. There's lots of bones and shit in the gully right there too that you can see. And as you're kind of looking into that, you hear the sound of somebody fucking giving it full pedal to the metal off to your right as you realize, like, oh yeah, there's the adobe wall of the fort right above you.
So we've got the adobe wall.
Side of the fort.
We got the adobe wall. We got the pipe coming out of the thing into the gully. And we've got that effluence going down into the gully and spreading out. When we get to the end, do we see any kid?
Oh, give me a spot hidden roll.
12.
Nope.
Yeah, you briefly see. You think you see a dark figure, and you figure it must be the kid. scurrying off to the northeast at a really, really, really quick pace.
Okay. What time of day is it?
Pre-dawn.
Okay, so it's still all right.
It's still pretty dark, but the sky's starting to lighten up. So you reckon sunrise will be coming in the next hour or so.
I don't suppose I've got a health point back yet, eh?
No.
You haven't had a night's restful.
I know.
You're also probably infected with 1,000 diseases.
I know. I know. We've been in a sewer full of body parts and bile, and so I slept for 2 hours. No, I have not got a health point yet.
Now, here's the thing. It's morning. Those guys are going to wake up. They're probably going to bring us in food, and they're going to realize we're gone. They're going to figure out we went into the sewers, and then they're going to figure out that we came out here. So what do? We've probably got less than an hour to get the hell away from here. Can we orient ourselves as to which side of the adobe fort we're on, or?
You should be able to see where the sun's rising and try.
Yeah, you can kind of. I'm going to say you can probably figure it out by the sky or whatever. You're on the east side of the adobe fort. Abattoir was to the kind of west-southwest.
And it's desert.
This child seemed to go running off kind of east-northeast.
East-northeast.
We should follow that kid because I doubt he's one of them.
He's probably somebody who escaped.
You don't see him anymore. You've lost sight of him.
But we saw the direction. I don't know. Maybe in that direction. What do you think?
You hear a couple more cars tear out of the compound as well. Apparently.
They might have figured us out.
We need to get going.
Let's
follow the kid.
Which option offers us the most cover? The way he went, the kid.
Well, yeah, because the cars seem to be heading out of the south end of the compound. Okay. You're on the eastern edge, right?
That's the only way to go. Yeah.
Okay, so break it off across the desert in the direction the kid went, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Excellent. Richard.
That means we're all falling straight into Ian's trap.
I would say, yes.
I don't know. I was trying to bring you guys together, but it didn't work out. So
we just split the party even worse.
That's right. Chris goes one way.
Oh, we might literally.
Oh yeah, why don't you go one way, Dr. Quinn, and I'll go the other, and make it even easier for him.
Might literally start splitting the party here in a minute. So, Richard, give me a drive roll, please.
Okay. Oh God, no. Not a fumble, but not narrow pass.
Unfortunately, the two dust billies also pursuing you, a couple of spaces from behind, of course, failed as well. So you guys are moving equal speed. Despite your car is obviously spitting out more smoke and steam.
Right.
But you're down to 2 build points.
Yeah. Temperature gauge probably going up.
Looking for my chase. Where's my chase map? Because it's back to another car chase.
Right.
The woman seems to have kind of passed out there.
Good.
In the seat. Here we go. Ooh, that is too small. I'm going to do it this way in the book instead. I've got a specific hand. Oh, no, I don't, do I? All right, we'll do it this way. Chase map. Appendix. Here we go. Handouts. That's the one. Sorry, lads, just wanted to pull this up. Now, so I can tell you where the road actually goes and all that stuff, because it could be important before all is said and done. Okay, so when you come tearing out, the road goes left or right.
And I can't tell which way I'm facing when I came out, like east or west.
You can see to the right. You could probably see a couple of lights on an abattoir.
Okay. All right.
So you can tell abattoir is to your right, which would be west. You remember where the homestead was. You could see it when you were driving out of abattoir. So.
Yep. All right, we're gonna go toward the city. I'm hoping
to turn right.
Yeah.
How fast are you gonna go?
I'm gonna go as fast as Dart will go.
Okay, pedal to the metal.
Yep.
Excellent. So you move up there.
Penalty die.
Give me a drive roll, please, with a penalty die. Indeed.
Okay. Spend 3 luck to pass.
Okay, so you hit a bit of loose dirt after you turn right on this road, and the car kind of slides a little bit, but you manage to bring it back under control and get it back in place. So you're going, manage to keep it on the road, as it were. Mm-hmm. They will come flying up behind you as well. You got to be fucking kidding me.
Yeah.
Okay. They both go driving off the road, sliding through the loose ground, bounce off of each other. And let us just see here. Yeah, and they come to full stops and they have to start again. So next turn, you're going to do the same again, I presume, more pedal to the metal.
Yep.
Just tearing through this fucking windy, dusty road. I guess you'd have to turn the headlights on so you could see kind of where you're going.
Yeah.
But yeah, let me see. This is going to, again, another 5 spaces. Ooh, man, that's far. Holy shit. Bring it up to there. Okay. You're going to need to make 2 hazard rolls, please.
Okay.
So with your penalty dice and all.
All right. Drive auto.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, no. I don't have that much luck.
Okay, you hit a you hit a pothole in the first one. Brings you to a stop. You manage to get the car moving again. The other cars then also start to move again. They're still a little ways behind you though. Did you try to give it a pedal to the metal again?
No, we're gonna do what was where you move 3 spaces. I can't remember what that's called.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and give me your drive roll because you will hit another hazard. Okay. They're going pedal to the metal. Oh, wow. And they're struggling as well.
Damn. I'll spend 2 luck to pass that one. All right.
Okay. Yeah, that time it was actually a large rock on the side of the road that you almost sideswipe against, but you managed to keep it on the road. One of them hits off the pothole and seems to roll off into the dust a bit. The other one comes driving up alongside and careens off the side of that boulder as well. And you look back and you don't see anybody pursuing you right now because you smashed the bikes.
That's right. All right.
And you see the sleeping town of Abattoir up ahead. I mean, as you're driving up on Red Road, there's the turnoff, and right down that way towards Hackett and Sons.
Okay. All right. My goal is, because I don't believe this car's got much left, I'm going to steal another car.
Okay. So you can just go driving on in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, give me an idea roll. Oh, no, that's no good. Never mind. I was going to say, Dr. Brenner's house is along the way here, but his car would be back at the compound, wouldn't it?
That's right.
probably in the garage.
I figure there's probably a lot of cars at Hackett and Sons, Wreckers or whatever.
Oh, you mean over at the scrapyard?
Yeah.
Yeah, Vincent Brothers scrapyard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Is that
you
where
don't know
you
if
start
those are
driving
gonna
towards?
That's true. I don't know if they'll be good, but it'll also be not. I figured not a lot of people around, so we'll have a little bit of time.
Yeah, I mean, no problem.
Yep.
I tell you what, do you guys mind we take a quick bio break? Is that
Mm-hmm.
okay, Tom? Can we do that?
5 minutes later.
Okay, now I'm going to stick with Richard for now because Dr. Quinn and Christopher Baines, you're following some feral child out across the desert.
Right.
So Richard's in the most immediate peril. So Richard, as you drive back into Abattoir, you kind of look back and you'll see more vehicles on the road, well back, the road that you were just chased down, basically. You see more vehicles driving from the direction of the compound towards the town as well.
Okay.
Now, do you want to continue on down the road there until it turns towards the scrapyard, or do you want to keep going towards the village? Where's my map of the town? Here we go. Pow. So you come in, basically you're on Hackett Road, coming down. The first thing that you'll encounter will be the beef company on your right. On your left, there's an old abandoned diner. Highway 6 is the sign.
Right.
And beyond that is where the Vincent Brothers scrapyard is. But to get to that, you have to drive down and then turn up Steel Road to go back to where the scrapyard is.
Got it.
Is that what you can do?
Yeah, I imagine that. That was my first instinct, and Richard's probably panicking. He's going to stick with his first gut instinct.
Okay. Give me a luck roll. I assume you get your headlights off by now anyway. You're just kind of driving more carefully up the road here, trying not to draw attention.
Yeah, fail.
Fail? Okay. You pull up in there. You don't see the truck that was parked outside when you were there during the day. So it's just the scrapyard and the scrap cars.
Okay.
But, you were here earlier, right? You didn't get inside, did you? No. Okay.
No. No. Oh, yep. Gonna get out because I imagine.
Give me an idea roll.
Yeah. Pass. Hard.
There is a garage type bay attached to the office here. You assume that's probably where they do some, work on cars where they can raise them up on a lift or something. And
right. Yeah, I plan on breaking in the front door. So without trying to, I want to be able to, if I can lock it, but if I have to just elbow my way in.
Just kind of force. Yeah, you can do so pretty easily.
Okay.
You burst your way into the Vincent Brothers scrapyard. So is right here. Into the office, you see there's a sofa, a soda machine, a large metal desk, and a door that leads out to the garage bay.
Okay. I'll open that door.
There's a 40-channel CB radio sitting on a desk next to a police scanner with red lights running left to right in repeating patterns.
Yeah, no, not getting on that.
Okay. So you go up through the door into the garage. That door is unlocked, opens right up. There is a car there.
Oh, nice.
It looks to be pretty much intact.
Okay.
We'll call it. Let's make it a Chevy Nova.
All right, Nova. All right, so I'll take a look. I'll look if the keys are in it or if they've got like a key box.
Yeah, there's a key box.
Okay.
And there's only one key in it at the moment.
All right, take it. Try it on the door.
It works.
Then without starting the car, put it in, because sometimes I remember they used to have different keys for the door and the ignition. So I put it in the ignition. I turn it, but not to where it cranks.
Yeah. We'll say there's two keys on the ring, one for the door, one for the ignition.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Now I've got that, I'm gonna get up, go to the door, look out, and see if the cars are turning, or if I see the cars.
You see cars pulling up to various houses. Let me see here. Where would they go? They come on in, the drive in. They seem to be driving actually down past the scrapyard and all that, and down to some of the residential streets and stuff, and driving up to houses. Looks like they're trying to rally people.
Okay. All right. Nice. Okay.
You might see if you pay attention, you might see a car pull into one driveway, and you'll see a couple of guys hop out of that car, jump into another car, and start that car up, and then they'll hit the road.
Mm-hmm. All right. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go out and try and move the dart without I mean, if I feel they're farther enough away, I could start the dart without them hearing it reasonably. I'm going to move it and try and bring it around back so it's not obvious that it's sitting outside this scrapyard. If not, then I'm just going to keep the lights out and grab Mary.
Okay. Let's see, Mary Ellen. Okay, and she wakes up. Jimmy, did you find Jimmy?
Not yet. What our odds are better than they were, Mary. Come on, I got us out of there, but we're not out of the boiling pot yet.
Okay, you can try to grab her, pull her up, put her in the other car.
Yep.
Yeah, she's bleeding a lot.
Okay, I'm gonna try some first aid on her.
Okay, see if you can get her bleeding under control. Go for it.
Yep. Apparently not.
No, she's like her legs have been amputated and the stitches are pulling from all the tossing about, moving about.
Right. Yeah. It's not good.
No, it's not good.
Yeah. Where's the nearest hospital?
Maybe Marathon.
Yeah. Everything. It's a Marathon.
Yeah. It's the nearest real town.
All right. Well, I'm just going to have to try and do a tourniquet on it. I know that it's last resort, but I can't have her femoral artery bleeding out on her.
Sure. Give me another first aid roll.
All right. Yeah, even worse.
Okay, no worries. So you get her into the other car, into the Nova.
Yep, get her into there, and we're gonna stay hidden down because unless they've got the whole town getting stirred up. We don't need to get their attention. I'm just hoping that, but I'm gonna have it, be watching if I see him turn, because it looked like on the map that this was the only thing down that road.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna sit there and watch that road, and if I see someone turn down the road, then I'm gonna go into action. But I'm gonna try and hide out essentially.
Otherwise, you're gonna just hide out here at the scrapyard, basically in the Nova.
Yeah.
Pull it out of the garage, or I take it then, or
no, I'm just gonna open the garage door.
Okay, you can do that easily.
Yep, I'm gonna open the garage door, make sure there's no lights, and just kind of be leaning against the hood because I'm picturing the garage is looking that way.
Okay. And how long are you gonna wait?
I'm waiting for daylight because they seem to get stirred up when it started getting late.
No problem. Dr. Quinn, Christopher Baines, making your way out across. Oh my
Chasing
goodness.
a child across the desert.
Thank God it's cold.
From there to
It's
there.
time of the morning.
Actually, it's not so bad. Okay.
Is this long-haired child you as a child, Ian? Is it the right time frame? Is this feral?
No, it's not. This is before I was born.
Have a beard.
This scenario takes place a couple years before I was born.
It's not the child from Mad Max 3. So
no. I would like you both to make power rolls, please, as you're making your way out here across the scrub desert.
79. What's that? That is a fail.
Chris, you passed?
I got a 21 out of 65.
You feel like you're being watched.
Of course we do. Holy crap. I feel like they're going to come in.
Something's watching you right now, like a predatory animal or something,
Those cars are going to come over the hill and just get us.
Try to can we stop and look around and just sort of glance, or is it just not possible to get a sense of?
Look around, but don't stop running.
You'll see. You'll notice there are cars driving around on the roads out here in the backbone as well. Nowhere near where you are at the moment. You're not near a road per se, but you definitely see there's much more traffic now happening out on the roads than there was half an hour ago.
Does Dr. Quinn wear glasses?
Probably.
Well, you're a doctor. All doctors wore glasses in the 70s. I just wondering if. Okay, just thinking. I'm just as we're running, I'll say, if we need to, we could start a signal fire with your glasses.
Yeah, signal them all to come right where we are and kill us all. Oh.
That's a good idea not to do. Okay, good. All right.
Give me a spot hidden roll, Christopher. As you're looking around, paranoid, trying to figure out what's watching you.
That's a 20, and my spot hidden is 45.
You see, for a moment, you think a child staring at you, and when you look again, it's just like a bush.
Is it nearby, or is it like up a hill, or a ways away from
us?
It's
let's say maybe 40, 50 feet away from you.
I'll just tell Dr. Quinn, keep going, and I'll change my direction towards that bush to get closer to it.
It's just a bush.
Yeah, but I'm going wacky. I've already had amnesia.
As you're going towards it, give me another spot hidden roll, please.
That is 39, which is also a pass, yes.
Okay. As you approach it again, you look and you're like, no, that's not a bush. That's a child. And as you kind of are looking at this dirty-looking child, like they look very dark, but not like that they're necessarily dark skin, just that they haven't washed in a long time, right? The hair is kind of matted around the sides, and as it's looking at you and realizes that you're looking right at it, and you see it, it opens its mouth and reveals these filed like fangs that reflect the moonlight, and it leaps towards you.
Hey,
what's
kid,
your
what the
dexterity?
Hell? I can't use my persuade.
What's your dexterity?
70, actually. I'm a very dexterous.
Okay, you get to act first. It's going to be leaping towards you, but
okay. Well, I'm gonna try to clock the kid with my foot, like just conk him one right square in the chest.
Okay, roll a brawl.
That is a 67, and my brawl is. Why do I not see brawl?
Fighting brawl.
Fighting.
Oh, geez, yeah. 60. So can I use 7 points of luck?
To make it a normal success, yes, but you might want to wait till I roll my fight back roll first, just in case.
Oh, right, okay.
So it fights back. Right. Yes, you can if you wish.
I would like to, just for the hell of it. 7 points.
Okay. Cool. Give me damage, please. It was a D3 plus your damage bonus.
I have no damage bonus, so it would be 3 points.
Okay, so you kick it. It then tries to grab onto your leg and bite into it. Do you want to fight back or dodge?
Fight back, I'm using brawl again, right?
Yes.
Well, I'll do that because it's better.
Okay.
I'll try to punch him in the side of the head.
Have I run up on this yet?
This is the first round of combat, so you might just now hear him fighting, some disturbance going on, and some kind of weird, like, growling.
All right. I will turn and run. I'm running towards him, whatever it is he's fighting.
What'd you get, Chris?
49 out of 60.
Okay, I have a hard success, so you would need an extreme.
That's not an extreme.
Can you make it an extreme, or do you want to take the bite?
I'm going to take damage, and that would kill me or make me unconscious. So I guess I have to take the luck.
Okay. How much luck does it cost to get that done to an extreme success?
What was it?
You had a 60 as your normal skill, right?
Yeah.
So you need a 12. Yeah. You rolled a 49.
Wow.
Cost you 37 points of luck.
I don't have 37 points of luck. I got 32.
Okay. The child bites into your leg for 4 points of damage.
I'm undead conscious.
Okay.
Just as I come running up.
Dr. LeQuinn, you turn, you come running up, and you see this kid. You see Christopher had like kicked at it, and the kid grabbed his leg and is biting into his leg as he's trying to batter around its head. And you just see it kind of pull up and tear away a big chunk of flesh as Christopher crumbles to the ground in front of it.
All right.
Blood streaming down its, filthy face.
I'm going to try to run up and kick it. Kick it off of him.
Okay.
Darn kids.
Give me a brawl. He's going to fight back. Wow. Or not.
I got a 40 out of 55.
Okay, you kick it. Give me a damage roll.
What would that
D3
be?
plus,
Unarmed?
D3 plus your damage bonus.
Just one.
Just 1 point of damage? Okay,
Just
so you kick it, and it...
It's a kid. I don't want to hurt him.
Yeah. It looks at you, and as these filed cannibal-like teeth kind of reveal, as it's, they're now covered in Christopher's blood as well. It's going to attack you.
Okay. I'm going to try and, as it jumps at me, I'm going to try to kind of grapple it to keep it from biting me. I guess that's a dodge, isn't it?
Kid
That's a dodge.
Desert.
Yeah, roll dodge.
I got an 05.
Okay, you dodge its first attack.
So, but what I was trying to do is grab a hold of it so that it's in front of me,
You can do that. You can grapple it on your turn.
Okay. Well, that's what I was trying to do on my turn. Okay.
Oh, when you kicked it?
No. Is this? Okay. Sorry.
Sorry.
This is it attacking me, right? Okay.
Yeah, what is your dexterity, actually? Make sure I'm doing this in the right order.
My dex is 49.
Yeah, it goes first. Okay, cool. Its second attack. Oh, yeah. Okay. Makes a second attack at you.
Okay. It gets 2 attacks?
Yes, it does. Gets 2 attacks.
I'll try to dodge.
Okay.
37 out of 25.
Okay, I have a hard success, so you will need a hard success.
I'd have to go down to 12. I'm not going to dodge. I can't dodge then. So.
Okay. So it bites into you, probably one of your arms, since you were trying to kind of grab it, for 7 points of damage.
Holy shit. 7 points in a bite?
Wound, yeah. It seems to have, it's way stronger than a child its size should be.
All right, I am down to 2 points.
Okay, and you have a major wound.
Right.
What do we call it?
Say that again?
What do you want to call your major wound?
My arm is ripped open.
Okay, yeah, just a big open wound on your arm. Fair enough.
Right.
Give me a Constitution roll.
Oh boy, 89. Oh, that's 9 points away. Can I spend 90? I'm sorry, 9 points.
9 points of luck?
Of luck.
You can, yes, to maintain consciousness. Okay, so you don't go unconscious from the shock as your arm is ripped open.
All right.
It's your turn.
Now I'm not going to hold back. If I can grab a rock, I'm going to try to bash the little kid's head in.
Okay. I'll give you...
He's obviously trying to kill me.
A big rock, we'll say. I'll give you a D6 rock.
Okay.
That's like a Captain Kirk-style rock.
That's still like unarmed combat, yeah. So,
yeah.
I got a 30. I got a 39 out of 55. So
a normal success.
Regular, yeah.
And I got a normal success on the fight back, so you win. Give me your damage, 1d6 plus your damage bonus. You don't have.
Well, I don't have a damage bonus.
Okay.
6.
Wow. So you bring the rock crushing down on it, and it has like a surprised look on its face for just a moment as you bash its skull open. Blood and brains splatter out of it, and the child drops dead at your feet.
Kill the kid. I'm going to immediately turn away from it and see if I can help patch myself and Christopher up.
In fact, give me 2 sanity rolls.
Okay. 2 sanity rolls. Fail and 09.
Okay.
I'm like,
So
oh my god, I killed a kid. And it's like, yeah, it was just a kid.
Roll a d10 for me, please.
8.
8. Okay. After you batter the brains out of this weird feral child, you are overcome with a sense of grief and you just feel completely wrong. And you black out in panic as you flee into the night. You lose 6 points of sanity.
Okay. And I just run in a random direction?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, Chris.
Leaving Chris. Chris, you were at 0 hit points, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
-3.
Mm-hmm. Geez, how long are you going to be running away for?
I won't be able to find my way back either because
the sun's coming up. I'll go unconscious and I'll put my arm up in the air and just hope it stays there.
Chris, roll a Constitution roll, please, for me.
Oops, I can't roll a d6 and a 10, can I? That's a 52, and my Constitution is 50. Can I use luck for that?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I will.
Okay, and give me one more.
A second one. 02.
Okay.
Awesome.
So, Larry, you run off. You just kind of black out. All you can see is that child's face with the head dashed open, the brains exposed. And then you regain your senses and you stop kind of panting. You ran so hard. Maybe you tripped over some bit of cactus or something and fell down, which kind of brought you to your senses. You're laying out here in the desert dark. You don't think you were running for too terribly long, but
if I look around, can I see where Christopher is?
Yeah, you can see your own like fresh tracks through the desert.
I got to go back and get Christopher.
Yeah.
Right.
You go back and he is in bad shape. He looks like he's on death's door.
And I'm trying to purposefully not look at the kid. Because if I look, it'll start all over again. I'm gonna see if I can do first aid on him. First aid on myself as well.
You could try to do it on Chris first, or?
Yeah, Chris first. Where is my first aid? First aid's only 50? I got an 80.
Oh. Okay.
You took my arm off.
Chris, give me another Constitution roll.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
42.
You're having a real hard time trying to stop this bleeding. Keep trying.
All right. Well. All right.
Again.
30 that time. That should do it.
Yeah. Okay. This time you managed to figure out a way to stop the bleeding. Chris, you'll kind of come back to about 1 hit point just as the sun is starting to rise over the desert to the east, the direction that you were kind of heading in the first place. As Dr. Larry Quinn, he's covered in a bit of blood himself, is there. And there's the dead child, of course, too, not maybe 6 feet away from you.
Can I give Dr. Quinn first aid?
Dr. Quinn, you were going to do first aid on yourself, weren't you?
Yeah.
Go ahead and try it with a penalty die.
28. Oh, with the penalty dice? Okay.
Mm-hmm. I think you get a penalty die when you do it yourself, don't you?
28 twice.
Nice. Yeah, it's a pass.
So,
you get 1 hit point back.
All right.
Can I do it on myself and him? Like,
no. You've each had it done on you successfully.
So. Okay.
It can only be done once on a character in a scene.
Yeah, it's just a ridiculous request.
Or maybe if there were as another wound, I might allow it again because it's a fresh wound to be treated. But yeah.
We just sit around in a circle, her helping each other.
Yeah, let's not. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it. Oh, give me a D6, or sorry, D6. Give me a sanity roll, please, Chris. Anyway, because you remember what happened. You remember the child, the encounter. You can see
I got
it there next to you too.
17. 17. I walk over and stomp on him, probably.
Okay. Yeah.
Fucking kid.
The teeth are definitely filed. They look like they have to. They can't be naturally that way.
These people are insane.
What's he got on his body?
The child itself.
Any knives or anything?
As you kind of look, these sharpened teeth. The skin looks kind of unusual as well, and the eyes are almost cat-like. Well, the one remaining eye. One of the eyes is missing from where Dr. Quinn smashed it with a rock. Give me an idea roll. That's if you're examining the body. Dr. Quinn, if you're trying to avoid
Both of us?
I'm avoiding it.
Anybody who's actually
I'm looking at
the body.
him. I'm doing the FBI thing. 28, man. 50. Yeah, it's a pass. Yeah, there you go.
It doesn't really look entirely human. Just something about it.
Okay.
It's almost like something out of a prehistoric museum or something, kind of idea. When you go to the prehistoric exhibits, they show the old wild people or something like that. So
well, I'll say
maybe saying it's not
Dr. Quinn a biologist,
or
is Dr. Quinn, are you a biologist, or
I'm a forensic scientist. I have biology, but I killed that kid. I'm not gonna.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna say, Dr. Quinn, this kid's not right. Just maybe feel a little better about what you did, but this kid's not. Something's wrong. Something's off.
Chris, we gotta get the hell out of here.
Yeah, the kid doesn't have anything on him though, right? Like knives or weapons or
clothes.
Does he have a weapon on him? Let me see here. What's your
clothes,
luck, Chris?
Is the kid wearing clothes?
My luck.
They're like used to be clothes. They're just kind of tattered rags. Yeah.
30.
Yeah. What's your luck, Chris? 30.
30. Yeah.
No, it doesn't have any weapons on it.
Okay. Cool.
So just these kind of rags that's wearing.
Where do you want to go, Dr. Quinn?
I don't know. Now I'm thinking if they've got a bunch of these kids that they've driven insane and they're trying to kill us, we're heading right for a den of them.
I don't want to. Yeah.
I don't know. That way.
Well, whichever way you. What about the highway? Like not the highway, not where we came. You said there's cars driving that weren't. They weren't vehicles from the compound.
Well, no, they probably were.
We're in the back.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant there. Sorry, I thought you meant there was another highway we could see in the distance or something like that.
No. This is all roads out here. These dirt roads out here on the.
They're looking for us. They're looking for us.
Okay.
It seems like a quite plausible scenario. Yes.
Then I don't know. I mean, we're probably going to die out here, but we need to go the opposite direction of those roads.
But that's going to put us deep in the desert. We're just going to die of exposure.
I'd rather die of exposure than being eaten by those fuckers.
Give me a spot hidden roll, both of you.
29. 28, 29.
That is.
That's a hard pass.
As the sun is starting to rise, you catch a glint of something off to the east. Yeah, you see, it's like light reflecting off of metal.
That's a ways out there.
It's the only thing we got to head for. I mean,
We
unless
need
you want
to
to go
find-
back to the compound and burn the place down, let's go that
Well,
way.
I want to do that, but I want to do that with about 15,
Bell Huey aircraft or
yeah.
helicopters.
We need to find water, so maybe that's an old camp or something up there.
Let's head that way. That's all we got.
Maybe if they have a faucet, then we might be okay.
As you guys head off that way to investigate what could be reflecting sunlight out here in the desert, Richard, so you've been sitting there now for about close to an hour.
Mm-hmm.
The sky is starting to lighten up a bit, and you see a vehicle coming. Just starts going up Hackett Road, and it turns onto Steel Road, and it looks like the same truck that you saw parked outside this building yesterday.
All right. Okay. And is the only vehicle?
Yep.
Okay. All right. I am going to get up my 30-06. My goal is to shoot one of the tires. That way I can just go barreling past it in my car, and they can't come after me.
Okay. So as they're driving up, you can wait till they get up the road a little bit, and then you try to shoot out one of the tires.
Yep.
Give me a. You can wait till they get within decent normal range, whatever. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So give me one penalty die on a firearms rifle roll.
Okay.
One penalty die is just for aiming at a tire.
Hard.
Okay. Yeah. Bam! You take out that tire. Rifle cracks. You see them kind of swerve a little bit as it overcorrect at first.
Mm-hmm. And I run back, get in the car, start it.
Fire up the Nova.
Yep.
Try to drive right past them.
Yep.
Okay. You can do so. They're kind of stunned. They don't know what the hell's going on at first. And, you'd see their almost twin faces looking at you from inside the truck as you drive past in the Nova that they realize was theirs. Okay. You flip them the bird.
Yeah. Yeah. But they were supposed to be there. That's why I didn't shoot to kill. I was like, well, I never saw them at the compound. So
where are you going?
Trying to get the hell. I have no idea where Quinn is or Chris. Mary's dying. I've got a hole in my back. I am trying to get the hell out of Abattoir.
So if you look at the map, you're coming down Steel Road towards Hackett Road.
Okay. Yeah, let me pull that up.
Turning right on Hackett Road would take you back out in the direction towards the compound. I'm guessing you don't want to go that way.
Hell no. I assume, and then left on Hackett Road probably goes out into the middle of nowhere because East Texas, there's not a lot out there. So I'm going to go. I'm going to go down Main Street, but I'm not going to be ripping and roaring. I'm going to try and be casual. As casual.
Casually driving down Main Street.
Maybe a couple miles over the speed limit because that's what people drive normally, and
Okay. So, give me a stealth roll. This is for avoiding anybody seeing you at the wheel of this car as you're driving.
Right. No.
No?
No.
Okay. So you drive down onto Main Road, you go past Ridge Road. You see town starting to come to life. People are starting to move around. People are starting to, some of the places. Actually, you see there's a crowd of people, a small crowd of people outside of the Last Stop Bar and Beds.
Mm-hmm.
And there seems to be a struggle going on.
Okay.
You see multiple Dust Billy cars, and they seem to be dragging Robert Taylor, the barman who you met before.
Right.
They seem to be dragging him away from the door of the bar and towards one of the cars, and he's trying to fight against them.
Gosh dang it. All right.
You also see, sorry.
Yeah.
It's across the street, right? I'm pretty sure it's across the street. Let me double check that to be sure. Which one is? So there's the Last Stop. on directly to your right, as you're kind of slowing down, watching this happen up ahead of you on the left, you look to your right and you see a man standing there, staring directly at you.
Mm-hmm.
He's an old Native American man with long white hair pulled back into a messy ponytail.
But he doesn't look like the preacher that was at the compound, because he's the only guy I've seen with hair.
No, not at all.
Okay. All right. How many dustbillies we got at that?
Oh, let's see here. I said there was a few cars, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to say you got about 9 of them.
9. Okay.
One of them is opening the door as a handful of them are bundling your man in, and you see them. It looks like they're punching him or raining fists down on him in the car once they force him into the back of the car. The Native American man looks at you, turns around, and walks into his store, Thunderbird Gifts.
Okay.
The door closes behind him.
All right. I'm going to pull up to the side of Thunderbird Gifts. This the law enforcement in me. I have no pistol, so shooting from a car with a rifle is not reasonable. I'm going to pull up on Thunderbird Gifts, get out, to grab my rifle. Is Mary still alive?
Good question. Let's see here. She is, but she's kind of half conscious. She's feverish.
Yeah. I open up the door to Thunderbird Gifts and ask him if he can help me. I was like, just yell, hey, can you help me? I got a woman dying. A man's in trouble.
Woman dying.
Yes, in my car, a woman's dying that I got out of a hellhole. I don't think she's going to make it to marathon.
You're the one they're looking for.
I am.
Maybe her too?
More than likely.
You can't let them find you.
I know, but they're taking that man, and you know, I just don't know. I mean, I've tried to tend to her wounds; they're not working. I think I'm gonna lose that man. I think I'm gonna lose her, and because I can't get her to a hospital, and I just need some help. I've lost my partner.
He says, I can hide you. I can maybe find you a better place to hide, but there's only one doctor in Abattoir.
Yeah, he's not here anymore.
He's not a very good one.
Yeah. You don't have a doctor in Abattoir anymore. I hate to inform you of that. But all right.
Wait,
well,
you have a car outside. Will they?
I do.
Will they recognize it? Will they be looking for it?
Shortly they will when the scrapyard gets on the radio and lets them know that I took it.
You see him go under the counter. He pulls up this big black book. He sets it on top of a cloth that is already sitting on top of the little glass counter this cash register sits on. And he wraps the cloth up around this book and pulls it up under his arm. And he takes a key and he pushes you out the door. He closes the door and locks it behind him, turning the close sign around before he does so. And he says, get us to the blood of the Lamb.
Okay.
It's the church. He gestures in the direction of the church.
Oh, the church in the town, not the one in the compound. That's right.
Yes, Blood of the Lamb Pentecostal Church. He says, here, if you turn up this road, we can avoid that mess over there.
All right. Yep.
When we get up there, pull around behind the church. There's some good scrub there that you can hide the car in. behind Billy's place.
Okay. Thank you.
We have, I think, some things to talk about, he says. And the camera goes over to Christopher Baines and Dr. Quinn as you've been heading east to see the source of this reflection of light.
Holding hands, skipping through the desert.
Yeah.
Slowly,
Seems like
because we get the hell beaten out of us.
Seems like the reasonable thing to do. You can see ahead a steep cliff face. About 100 feet to the right of that steep cliff face, you can see the end, basically, of another dirt road that you assume leads back out onto the backbone. There are several dozen abandoned cars littering the area, some of which date all the way back to the early 1900s. They're heavily weathered, and all of them seem to have been burned out. And you see that the sun was reflecting off of some remaining glass from a mirror beside one of these burned out wrecks. There is a 6-foot wide by 12-foot high fissure standing out black against the lighter sandstone around it on this cliff face. Looks to be some kind of a cave entrance. Standing to either side of this entrance are 2 crude sandstone obelisks. Each one is about 3 feet tall with a dark metal ring embedded in it.
The hell is this?
Wait, explain the ring again, sorry.
A metal ring like they would string somebody up like this?
Maybe, but these obelisks are only 3 feet tall, so.
Okay. Children. Is it enough to string a child against?
Well, it's just a ring that is basically embedded in the sandstone obelisk, so you could tie something to it.
Okay.
Or chain something to it, maybe.
And this fissure looks like a cave entrance.
Yeah.
Well, we got to get out of that. We got to get out of the heat.
We got to get out of the heat, but could I spend like a few minutes just rummaging around the cars? Is there any, they're all burnt out, you say? Like they've been set fire to and burnt out?
Yep.
Crap.
Yep. Like somebody dumped them out here and burned them out.
Okay. Is there any sign?
Give me spot hidden rolls.
97. I'm too hot.
08.
08. Chris, so you've taken some interest in these wrecks anyway. You're looking around. That is the burnt out frame of a 1975 Dodge Challenger or Charger, whichever one it was I said at the beginning of the game. I can't remember. I get those two mixed up.
Yeah.
Charger.
Your
Your cop instincts kick in, and you're like, "That's the car we were looking for."
And it's Dr. Quinn's family, though, right?
The car would have belonged actually to Wallace Cumley, the missing police officer from Austin.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll say that out loud.
It was the car that she had traveled in. Yeah.
All right, I'll mention that out loud. I will mention that.
Maybe. I think I know what happened to them, but maybe they're inside.
It's possible. We can always keep up hope. Oof. Okay. There's nothing left in the cars, though. It's all burnt right out.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
No kind of evidence or anything worth finding there.
Hopefully there'll be water inside the cave.
I'm looking for something to club someone with.
Yeah, we need weapons. Is there sticks
Can we
clubs
scavenge something? Yeah, like a piston or something, like a
part of the car, a tire iron that might have been left in the car when it burned.
Yeah, sure. You can probably find a tire iron.
Yeah.
I'll take a fucking tire. I'm going to jam this right through somebody's skull.
Tire irons. Yeah.
Awesome possum tire iron. In case we encounter any cannibal kids. Bonk.
Give me a power roll as you go to enter the cave.
32 out of 70. That's a hard.
A hard success? Okay. What about you, Chris? You failed?
Failed. Yeah.
Okay, so as you're kind of walking into this cave, and you can feel it's much cooler even almost right away just from the fact that it's sheltered from the sun. It is pretty dark inside, of course, obviously, once you get beyond the sunlight. And yeah, ceiling's about 12 feet high here. The entrance itself is almost 6 feet wide as well. But Dr. Quinn, you feel like you're being watched. Like somebody's eyes are on you right now. And
I've got that.
He's standing beside you.
Got that feeling once again like we're being watched.
I absolutely look behind, look around. I'm like, if he says that, I don't want to have another bite taken or be by some damn kid.
Yeah, me neither. You have your lighter still?
Yep, you bet.
I don't know if we can find some old dry wood outside that we can, make a makeshift torch.
Dr. Quinn, you hear faintly, like a whisper, "Who are you?" In a slightly feminine but creepy voice, just as you feel a hand, like the tips of fingers, running down the side of your neck. You turn and there's nobody there.
What the hell was that?
What?
I don't know. Maybe it was the wind. But it almost sounded like whispering and like something was touching me. Oh, boy.
Christopher.
What's that?
You didn't hear anything.
No, I didn't hear anything.
I think we're going out of our heads.
I think so. We got to calm down and relax and just find a safe place for a bit.
Well, I like the idea of having stone walls behind me.
Mm-hmm.
See if we can make some sort of makeshift torch.
Yeah, is there any cloth or cotton, or can we?
Well, you can tear up my shirt. It's already partly torn up anyway.
Yeah, you can definitely improvise cloth from your own clothes. The main thing would be what we use for a haft, one of the tire irons.
Or a piece of wood or something from outside, something dry that'll... We can use a tire iron.
Yeah.
Tire iron.
Okay. You fancy some sort of torch and you can look into the cave. And yeah, you see that the flame on your torch flickers and moves in a way you can tell this cave must go very, very deep.
Yeah, there's the cave breathes.
The flames are drawn inwards instead of outwards.
It's a big cave. Maybe we can just hide far a little ways inside the entrance so we can still see the entrance.
Yeah, but is this the direction the kid was heading in originally?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, like I say, not very far in, but I'd like the stone wall behind me.
Yeah, okay, but I want to be really cautious. I mean, we don't have like a big fire or something to attract anybody. So let's just sit down and rest for a bit. Whatever you think.
Is there anything on these obelisks? Like
go
carvings?
Back outside?
Yeah, I'll sort of look at them. We're not that far inside the entrance anyway.
As you're looking at them, you can see they once had some sort of writing or images on them, but they seem to have weathered away to a point of making them completely illegible.
Okay.
The metal rings are roughly 6 inches in diameter and forged from a material that looks like wrought iron.
And I'm sorry, these are rings set into the side of the obelisk, or they're rings that go around the obelisk?
No, they're set into the obelisk.
Okay.
Are there chains, or is it just the ring?
No, there's nothing there at the moment. You want to?
No, but it looks like you could change somebody up to one if you wanted to.
Okay.
Maybe as a sacrifice. These people are insane.
Do you touch it?
I probably do. I want it. It's metal. I probably reach out.
You touch it. There is an audible crack. And Dr. Quinn jumps back about a foot as he gets a jolt of electricity. His hair starts to stand up a little.
You okay? Holy.
I got a shock, like static electricity, but really strong. I didn't expect that. Maybe the wind, maybe the hot desert air is creating static electricity. Fuck.
You're the scientist. I don't know. Was the crack noise from when he touched it?
Yeah.
It's not like okay.
Yeah.
It's not
like a little firecracker going off.
Huh.
Almost like a static electricity kind of thing, but like obviously much more powerful.
Right. Well, let's cool off and rest for a bit. But near the entrance, we got to keep our eyes out to see if anybody's coming in this direction.
Or coming out from inside the cave.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I think we might hear them coming from the cave.
Give me listen rolls.
13.
Nope. 77 fail.
So as you're sitting there and listening and just kind of resting, catching your breath, cooling down, wishing you had some proper water, Dr. Quinn, you think you hear a titter of childlike laughter come from deeper in the cave.
Jesus Christ.
And that's where we'll stop tonight.
I could hear kids down in the cave. And
Damn
that's
it.
where we'll stop. I got my tire iron. Our players included Sean Little, Keith Craig, and myself with Ian Christensen as the Keeper of the Secrets. We're currently producing up to 4 shows a week with music and sound effects added in post-production in order to create a richer listener experience. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Podbean or iTunes. The costs involved with the show are provided almost entirely by our patrons. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. If you'd like to help support our show, please visit our Patreon account. Just $1 or $2 a month helps us a lot. You can find a link in the description below. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and punch the bell icon for updates on our latest shows. And leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answering any questions you might have. This is Tom Rayleigh, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck, good game.